Hi, this is Sarah from Empowering Communities Project. I want to talk to you about risk management. Now, when you take a trade, you are taking a risk. And you need to be comfortable with the risk you're taking, and so does your account. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't always practice risk management. I do a lot, but I do not always practice risk management. Some trades, when I absolutely know they're going to go where I want them to go, I will put just a little bit more on than what my account should. So in the end, it's up to you what you put on and what you're willing to risk, but you must be comfortable with that risk. It is recommended that you only risk 1 to 5% of your account per trading day on trading. So we get 1 to 5 signals per day. It just depends. 1 to 3 signals per day. And they come in the London session. So London session, if you're an American, it's a bit trickier because that usually falls around 5 o'clock in the morning for you, depending on where you are, really. If you're on the east side, and in Australia, that comes through daylight saving time at about 9 o'clock at night. If you're in London, it would come in the daytime. So the trades come through in the London session, 1 to 3 trades per day. And you need to work out what your risk. Our stop losses are generally the same, about 60 pips per trade. So if your account balance is $1,000 and you're risking 5%, calculating good risk management, your standard lot would be 80 cents. What would this look like if you got one signal come through and you're practicing risk management at 80 cents in total? You could break it up as an example or a suggestion into a TP1, which is take profit 1, or take profit 2. And you could do the smaller amount for take profit 1 and the larger amount for take profit 2, or reverse it. Or another example, 2 signals come through, you're just taking take profit 1, your total risk is 80 cents, you take trade 1 at 0.04 lots, which is 40 cents, trade 2 at 0.04, which is 40 cents. These are just examples of how to do it, so you've got an idea of what I mean about what your total risk should be, and you should break it up. That way you are not putting your account in jeopardy if you do lose that trade. Another example of risk management would be if you have taken TP1, TP2, TP3. Let's just say you've taken the trade and you've decided to take every position in the trade, and you're risking $60 maximum, which would be $1 maximum for the 3 trades. You could spread those trades out like this. You would put a 20 cent lot size for the TP1, an 80 cent lot size for the TP2, and a 20 cent lot size for the TP3. Now, a really awesome thing you can do for the TP3 trade is, once you've taken profit on your TP1, TP2, you go in to your trade like this and you pay attention to your entry price. I'll just circle that there. And then you click on the trade and this drop down will come up. You press modify and you can see my stop loss here. It's the same as my entry price. So if that trade pulls back, it's never going to cost me any money now. It's a risk-free trade. And I wouldn't do it until it's hit TP2. You've taken profit on it. Once you've taken profit on your TP2 position, you can then go into your TP3 position trade and change your change your stop loss so that you are trading that last TP3 trade at risk-free, because the trades do hit TP3 but less often than your TP1 and TP2 positions. So if you decide to do that, once it hits TP2 and you've taken profit, go in and change your stop loss to entry price and practice doing this on your demo. It will help you get a feel of how many trades do hit TP3 and how many trades don't. And when you're doing it risk-free, well, it doesn't matter, does it? Hi, I just want to talk to you more about risk management, because I don't want to see anyone blowing out their accounts. So the signals we get are pretty good. There's been, I went 10 days straight with no loss, but then I had 3 losses in the next 5 days. So it all sort of evens out. And of course I was in profit, but if you're not practicing proper risk management, you could easily blow out your account. And this is why getting on your demo is so important. So for example, just say you weren't practicing proper risk management and you had a $300 account and you decided to take a signal for $3 a pip all up. Now, if that reached the stop loss of 60 pips, you're looking at $180 out of your account gone in one trade. And we don't want to see that. So I want you guys to practice proper risk management and really get the hang of it on your demo before you go live, and figure out what you are comfortable risking, because Forex trading does have a risk. We take calculated risks as traders, so we want to make our our profits more than what we lose when we do risk. When we do lose our trades, we want to make it worth our while, and we can cop those losses. So make an amount you are comfortable. Even if you don't want to practice proper risk management, it has to be an amount you're comfortable risking, because you are not going to win every single trade. And I would like to see everybody profit, because imagine again, okay, let's go back to that $300 account and that $3 risk at $180. You've nearly blown your whole account. You've got $120 left to trade with, and just say you lost the first 2 trades that week, but every other trade won. You can't do that to yourself. Just compound. If you don't have $1,000 to start with, compound your accounts. And even with $1,000, you can't go ballistic. We've got to practice risk management. So if you wanted to compound your account, say you were taking 50-cent trades one week, and then you won all week, and the following week you just upped it to 60, and you just keep compounding your balance until you get to the point where you can take trades at a higher lot. There's always ways around things, and I've done it myself. I've compounded accounts when I first started trading, and it's definitely doable, but you need to do that risk management. And I really recommend that you just take the signals as they come in. They come in at London sessions. So in Australia, in summer, as it is now, that is about, it comes in at about 9 o'clock. London starts at about 7 o'clock in New South Wales, and the signals will come in a couple of hours later. In London, they're coming through in the daytime. If you're in America on the East Coast, it's a bit trickier. I'm going to be totally honest with you. The signals will come through at about 4 or 5 in the morning if you're on the East Coast. So if you're willing to get up and take those signals, then awesome. I do have some Americans trading with me, and they have been trading with me this year, and they get up and take the signals. God bless them. So yeah, just practice before you go live. There's no rush. You will get a feel using your demo account about how the market moves, because the market does not go straight up. If you see your account in the red, that doesn't always mean you're going to hit stop loss. Trades will go like this, and sometimes it will take days hanging around in the one spot before it shoots up or down. So just set the trade with a risk you are happy with risking, and just set and forget. That's my advice, unless you're taking a TP3 position, and you also have a TP1, TP2, then you want to go in and change your stop loss. But for beginners, I don't recommend that at all. I would like to see you all just practicing with TP1 to start with, and TP2. And do not take the TP3s on your live unless you've practiced and you can see the hit-miss rates on your demo. I rarely take the TP3 unless I'm doing it with absolute risk management. So that would mean I'm moving my stop loss to entry once I've profited, and then the TP3 is risk-free. And that is how I recommend you do it. Any questions, just sing out to Tracy and myself.